Like this show and want to make your own? Let me tell you about Anchor. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Now you can even add any song from Spotify directly to your episodes. The possibilities are endless for what you can create, whether it's music analysis, your own radio show, or something the world's never heard before. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Welcome to stage 5, which is self-acceptance. Now, stage 5 of self-acceptance on the 5 stages of self-love quiz is the final stage of this self-love journey. And since this is the final stage, it really encompasses all of the 4 stages prior. And something that you will ultimately discover is that you are more of an independent thinker and you are finding ways to live out your purpose and your walk. And you also are a lot more confident in yourself and knowing how to effortlessly create systems and schedules that keep you consistent. You are also confident in your voice, and ultimately you are living your dream life while keeping in mind that it isn't perfect. I define self-acceptance as the action of deeming yourself worthy or suitable despite your imperfections. And we always think that life is supposed to be perfect, but once you reach self-acceptance, you find peace in this stage and you're able to continue to walk out your purpose, understanding that life is not perfect. So I have 3 tips that will help you on the stage of self-acceptance. So number 1, as an independent thinker, you effortlessly find ways to soothe your own self-doubts or worries with words of authentic affirmations. So this looks like having systems and support in order to recognize when you're triggered or having a bad day, and you're able to move through those trying moments with a sense that you will come out on the other side because you've learned and you've built up tools to deal with the hard dealings of life. And the results of this is you're no longer working from emotional triggers, but you sort of are commanding your emotions and you're allowing yourself to show up in your best light while still being authentic to who you are. And ultimately, that allows you to create boundaries where you're not giving your power away. And you've developed it over the stages of like stage 3, which is self-commitment. You're developing the reparenting skills that you need. And when you're moving into stage 4 of self-devotion, you now put those actions in your real life. You're actually working through reparenting and breaking off triggers. So once you get to stage 5, which is self-acceptance, you're walking out that truth and you know how to call on these tools and strategies to help you. And number 2 is to demonstrate your independent thinking while surrendering to God's will for your life. So ultimately, once you get to the stage of self-acceptance, You know how to run your life in a way that allows you to be productive. Doesn't mean that your life is perfect, but you are starting to reach milestones that you have created for your dream life or your vision for your life in this season. And it's important to then surrender to your higher power so that you're able to let go of the weight that you might be carrying with thinking that you must do everything yourself. You ultimately recognize that your purpose is a part of a greater purpose, and this surrendering allows you to move even deeper into self-acceptance and ultimately living out a truer version of yourself. And the results are you feel supported and you don't have to be so hard on yourself. And the self-compassion that you've created when you're working through the traumas in the previous stages or some that pop up through triggers now is no longer all on you. You recognize that you've developed the self-love journey as a way of affirming your independent thought while also surrendering to a higher power. And number 3 is to enjoy living your life and humbly acknowledging and appreciating what you have. You start to accept that life is not perfect, but you start to open your eyes to the simple things that you have, as well as counting your blessings daily. And this is how you move into self-acceptance throughout your life. And I go way more in depth in the membership. So if you're deciding on joining the membership, please do make sure you click the link. And if you haven't yet taken the 5 stages of self-love quiz, make sure you click the link and find out what stage of your self-love journey you are on. And until next time, I'm currently meditating on self-love. Have a good day.